Hello and welcome to another edition of Your World. We have prepared you a roundup of headlines for this week. I am Aisha Fabian and this is Your World. And we begin our first segment of Your World. As the Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed, the government is preparing to deploy peacekeeping troops to Gaza, Palestine, as part of International Stabilization Force, or ISF, although the exact timeline has not yet been finalized. We also have a report from Al-Auda Health Center west of Gaza City, where the United Nations Population Fund, or UNFPA, is working in partnership with local organizations to enhance maternal and newborn health and ensure access to essential services. Let's take a look.
A UN spokesperson said the Secretary General is gravely concerned over the reported decisions by Israel's Security Cabinet to authorize administrative and enforcement measures in areas A and B of the occupied West Bank. The Secretary General warned the move is eroding the prospects for a two-state solution and reiterated that all Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank, including East Jerusalem, are illegal under international law. He called on Israel to reverse the measures and urged all parties to preserve the path toward a negotiated two-state solution in line with UN resolutions and international law. Health situation of women and children in the Gaza Strip continues to worsen as the healthcare system collapses and mass displacement intensifies. Medical facilities are operating at limited capacity, leaving growing unmet needs in reproductive, maternal, and newborn care. UNFPA reports that women and children are the most affected, facing increased risks during pregnancy and childbirth, limited family planning services, and inadequate psychosocial support. In response, UNFPA, in partnership with local organizations and supported by Saudi Arabia, is providing emergency maternal and child health services at Al-Auda Health Center west of Gaza City, including medical supplies and support for maternity and family planning clinics. Foreign Ministry confirmed the government is preparing to deploy peacekeeping troops to Gaza as part of an international stabilization force, though no timeline has been set. The ministry said preparations are ongoing and require coordination with domestic and international stakeholders under a mandate from President Prabowo Subianto. Meanwhile, the army said it is preparing a possible deployment of 5,000 to 8,000 troops, with discussions on troop numbers and locations still underway, and one brigade being readied for the mission. Protesters clashed with police as tensions escalated following the arrival of Israeli President Isaac Herzog. Several people were restrained and led away in handcuffs, with multiple arrests reported. Police used pepper spray during the protest, which drew thousands of demonstrators to Sydney Town Hall. Scuffles broke out when officers attempted to disperse the crowd after protesters tried to push past barricades and march towards State Parliament. The rally proceeded despite a last-minute legal challenge by the Palestine Action Group, failing to overturn the government's decision to grant police expanded powers during the president's visit. Internal divisions have reportedly emerged within the UIPG-SDG after the group resisted the deployment of Syrian government forces in Ain al-Arab and refused to withdraw from the district despite an existing agreement. Amid the tensions, nearly 100 YPG-SDG militants were evacuated from the area at the group's request and transported to Hasakah under the escort of Syrian government internal security forces through a humanitarian corridor south of Ain al-Arab. Indonesia warned the exploration of the new Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, or New START Treaty, on February the 5th, 2026 would add uncertainty to the global security environment. In a statement on its X account, the Foreign Affairs Ministry urged the United States of Russia to continue negotiations on renewed limits and reductions of strategic offensive arms, while maintaining communication channels to prevent miscalculation and escalation. The ministry said the treaty's expiry raises the risk of a renewed arms race and nuclear weapons use, leaving the two countries without any strategic arms control agreement for the first time since the early 1970s. Community representatives have expressed outrage over the New South Wales Police's handling of a protest in Sydney after footage emerged showing peaceful worshippers being pushed and treated in what they described as a heavy-handed manner while praying. They said thousands of Australians attended the rally to voice concern over the situation in Gaza and to oppose the visit of Israeli President Isaac Herzog, whom they described as the divisive figure. Protest leaders stressed their calls for unity and harmony, but insisted the community must be involved in any decision-making processes affecting them. At least 32 people killed and around 170 others injured after an explosion struck a Shiite mosque during Friday prayers in Islamabad, Pakistani officials said. Authorities imposed a state of emergency at major hospitals, warning the death toll could rise as several victims remain in critical condition. Security forces have sealed off the area and launched an investigation into the blast, which eyewitnesses said was caused by a suicide bomber at the mosque entrance. Security has been tightened across the capital, while no group has claimed responsibility. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif condemned the attack and expressed condolences to the victim's family.
And now we are going to take a short break, and we'll be back on the second segment where we will take you to some of the conferences around the world. In our next segment, opening session of the first senior officials meeting of APEC China 2026 was held in Guangzhou. And also the first BRICS Sherpa meeting commenced in India's capital, New Delhi. The Sherpa meeting marks the beginning of discussions under India's BRICS chairmanship.
Excellencies, distinguished
According to an
colleagues,
official statement from Indonesia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the appointment was formally confirmed during a UNHRC meeting held on January 8, 2026 in Geneva. The session also marked the Council's first organizational meeting of the year. Indonesia's candidacy had earlier been endorsed by members of the Asia-Pacific Group, or APG, through a regional selection mechanism, as announced by the Foreign Ministry on December 23, 2025.
A strong supporter of the Human Rights Council.
Addressing the event, A.M. Jaishankar said that the logo is made of a lotus with a namaste as the core element, which depicts unity and diversity. He added that India's BRICS chairship will seek to bring together the potential of BRICS countries for greater global welfare, inspired by the guidance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He further said that India's chairship team underscores the importance of strengthening capacities, promoting innovation, and ensuring sustainable development for the benefit of all. The logo reflects the approach. It combines elements of tradition and modernity and the petals incorporate the colors of all BRICS member countries, representing unity and diversity and a strong sense of shared purpose. President Lee Jae-myung on Tuesday arrived in Nara Prefecture, the hometown of Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi. The two leaders met again in 2.5 months after their previous meeting at last year's APEC summit in Gyeongju. After holding nearly 2 hours of talks, the two leaders will announce the summit results in a joint press briefing. Eyes are on to what degree historical issues, a long-standing sticking point in bilateral relations, were discussed. Demolition of unauthorized extensions attached to buildings along the Istanbul Bosphorus is continuing under court orders. Following the removal of illegal sections at a hotel, authorities on Tuesday began to work to demolish unauthorized extensions at a bakery along with the Bebek coastline. Structures on the Bebek waterfront that violate Bosphorus front few zoning regulations are being dismantled as part of enforcement efforts. Municipal teams completed the demolition of illegal seaside and rooftop sections of a hotel a day earlier. Artificial intelligence is being used to track the number and species of birds and trees in the wetland park in Tin Shui Wai. There are plans to apply this technology in the northern metropolis. AI-equipped rotating cameras were installed in this bird hide last April. The system integrates image recognition and acoustic monitoring functions for round-the-clock surveillance, covering a radius of up to 500 meters. The Department of Environmental Protection also introduced robotic dogs for tree surveys in Wetland Park. Equipped by optical radar, these robotic dogs record the number and height of trees while moving around, even on slopes and stairs. At Tai Mo Shan, the city's highest mountain, the mercury dipped to 3.3 degrees this morning. Despite the cold, some residents decided to trek up the peak in the earlier hours of the day. A local resident, Mr. Lau, said he is used to go hiking under chilly weather, but he could not see much frost. With the winter monsoon in effect, the relative humidity dropped to 17% at 4 p.m. The lowest level ever recorded for January, since the automatic weather station was set up at the observatory's headquarters in 1984. The weather forecaster estimated that the temperature will go up marginally this weekend. Recently, online posts about a cafe in Ho Chi Minh City filled with rows of glowing laptops have sparked discussion on social media as customers quietly study and work in a space that feels more like an office or a library than a traditional cafe. Known as a silent cafe, the model reflects a shift from selling drinks to offering productive, functional spaces. Preparing to open a new branch, the brand remains loyal to its original model, a cafe combined with rentable spaces for workshops, group work, and training sessions. The rooms, tables, and chairs are specially designed and flexible to allow customers to work or host events. The Jewels 2026 International Gem and Jewelry Trade Exhibition and Competition officially commenced today at the Colombo Lotus Tower, marking a milestone 14th year for the event. The opening ceremony was graced by chief guest Professor Ruan Ranasinghe, a deputy minister for tourism whose presence underscored the vital intersection between Sri Lanka's mineral wealth and its burgeoning tourism sector. As Sri Lanka seeks to position itself as a premier destination for luxury and trade, The inauguration of this 3-day event serves as a powerful signal to the international community that Sri Lanka is open for high-value business and global partnerships. Ashgabat hosted the official closing ceremony of the Turkmenistan School Chess Championship, held during the winter holidays at the capital's specialized chess and draught school. The competition brought together young intellectuals from all regions of the country. The tournament was conducted using the Swiss system over 9 rounds and featured 492 participants. A total of 36 sets of medals were contested across 3 key disciplines: classical chess, rapid, and blitz. This year, the organizers also applied updated tie-break rules. In the case of equal points, the primary criterion is now the result of the direct encounter between opponents, head-to-head result, rather than complex additional coefficients such as the traditional Bush-Hawk system used previously.
We have news from home right after the break, so stay tuned only on Your World. On our third segment, Indonesia's digital payment system, or KRIS, will be usable for transactions in South Korea starting April 2026, following as expanded cross-border QR payment cooperation agreement between Bank Indonesia and the Bank of Korea.
Two search and rescue dogs from Turkey's Gendarmeri Pati and Poyraz drew attention as special guests at the Century of Construction, Restoration Vision of Strong Turkey panel organized by the Directorate of Communications. The dogs arrived from Nevşehir with their trainers, highlighting their role in national disaster response efforts. Pati and Poyraz played a key part during the February 6, 2023 earthquakes, helping rescue 33 people from the rubble. Chickpeas remain a staple of Lebanese cuisine. But despite favorable growing conditions, Lebanon still imports more than 70% of its national consumption. To address the gap, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations is supporting local farmers through its One Country, One Priority product initiative, providing improved seeds, training, and field demonstrations. Pharmaceutic program has helped them adopt more effective and affordable cultivation practices, improving productivity, food safety, and sustainability. The Lebanese government aims to meet 40% of national chickpea demand by 2030, while boosting employment and reducing import dependence. The plan resurfaced on February 5, 2026, during a high-level meeting between Bank Indonesia and the Bank of Korea, attended by both central bank governors, where they reaffirmed the target to implement the QR linkage in spring 2026. BI explained that KRIS integration in South Korea will operate under the Indonesia-South Korea local currency transaction framework, which has been in effect since September 2024. Both central banks said the initiative would ease payments for tourists, support tourism and trade activities, and strengthen bilateral economic relations between Indonesia and South Korea. The awards cover 3 main categories: the ASEAN Green Hotel Award, the ASEAN Clean Tourist City Awards, and the ASEAN Sustainable Tourism Award, which were granted to various Indonesian stakeholders, including hotels, tourism cities, and sustainable tourism destinations. In the ASEAN Green Hotel Award category, 5 Indonesian hotels received recognition. Meanwhile, the ASEAN Clean Tourist City Award was given to several Indonesian cities and regencies, including Malang City, in appreciation of their efforts to maintain cleanliness, order, and comfort in tourism destinations. In the ASEAN Sustainable Tourism Award category, Indonesia also won recognition for Bogor Botanical Gardens and the Nun Sumba Prai Ijing, highlighting successful sustainable tourism practices that integrate environmental conservation and local community empowerment. UNICEF Indonesia representative Maniza Zaman appreciates a number of public figures such as Najwa Shihab, Chelsea Islan, and Ferry Salim, who have been actively collaborating and advocating for children's rights across Indonesia. Manisa said, "The collaboration is a form of commitment to creating a better world for children since 2019. By leveraging each public figure's platform and communicating with followers who care about children's issues." For Manisa, since UNICEF was established during World War II, UNICEF has been helping children every day, active in 190 countries and territories, working with non-governmental organizations and collaborating with influencers who are part of UNICEF's framework. On Monday, Director General of Cultural and Traditional Protection, Restu Gunawan, said the achievement included the revitalization of several key sites, such as Gua Harimau Museum and Belitung Maritime Museum, as well as the restoration of heritage sites, including Kayu Jau Mosque in Solok, Gunungan site in Aceh, and Arjuna Temple, carried out through regional cultural heritage preservation offices. Restu emphasized that the program's success was reinforced by a public-private partnership scheme. On museum management, the Public Service Agency for Museums and Cultural Heritage recorded revenue of 62 billion rupiahs, or 145.4% of a 57 billion target. Icicles that appear to grow upward from the ground have drawn tourists to a tunnel in Yeoncheon, turning it into a unique winter attraction despite freezing temperatures. The rare phenomenon, often described as reverse icicles, is found inside the former Gyeongwon Railway Tunnel at the foot of Godensan Mountain in Gyeonggi Province. The tunnel, now part of the Pyeonghwa Nuri Trail in the demilitarized zone, has become a popular stop for visitors, with local authorities planning to develop it into a DMZ tourism course once rail services in the area resume. Ardos Lake, located at an altitude of 1,680 meters in the Kemah district of Erzincan, has frozen following a sharp drop in air temperatures to minus 10 degrees Celsius. Known for its unspoiled natural beauty and tranquil atmosphere, the lake is a popular destination for visitors seeking a peaceful retreat in nature. The freezing conditions have transformed the surface of the lake into a sheet of ice, highlighting the severity of winter weather affecting the region. Winter conditions remain challenging across the country, but The Minister of Food, Agriculture and Light Industries says herders are well prepared and expected to pass the spring season with minimal losses. Despite forecasts of colder than average temperatures in February, the minister said adequate fodder stocks and improved livestock management have significantly strengthened herders' resilience. The minister noted that the herders have increased autumn livestock sales, helping reduce pressure during harsh winter and spring conditions, while overall weather conditions remain within long-term averages. Colorful handcrafted dolls and hanging ornaments are attracting visitors to Nikko Tamuzawa Imperial Villa Memorial Park in Tochigi Prefecture, ahead of Japan's Girls' Festival on March the 3rd. The annual display features handmade decorations suspended along the villa's tour route with ornaments shaped like flowers, animals, birds, and children, created by a local handicraft group. Traditional Hina dolls depicting ancient court nobles are also showcased, reflecting the festival's tradition of wishing for the healthy growth of children. The Zero Waste workshop at the Waste Collection Center of Fatih Municipality in Istanbul is promoting environmental awareness among students from an early age. The workshop welcomes participants from primary schools to universities, encouraging them to turn recyclable waste into creative and useful products. Officials say the program aims to instill a sense of responsibility towards nature while promoting sustainability through hands-on learning. By combining education, creativity, and recycling, the Zero Waste workshop plays a key role in strengthening environmental consciousness and a recycling culture amongst the young generations. Mild spring weather has created a striking natural scene in Derecik, a district of Hakkari located on Turkey's border with Iraq. As temperatures rose, a dense blanket of fog settled into the valley, covering the lowlands and transforming the landscape. The high-altitude mountains surrounding the district appeared to merge with the thick mist below, creating a rare visual effect that seemed to unite earth and sky. Residents and nature enthusiasts observed the scene, described as a surreal panorama highlighting the region's dramatic geography. For the first time, an anime symphony concert was staged in Ashgabat, performed by the State Symphony Orchestra of Turkmenistan at the Muqam's Palace of the National Cultural Center. The event drew strong public interest, with tickets selling out within hours, prompting organizers to hold 2 concert sessions for anime fans in the Turkmen capital. The program featured famous soundtracks from iconic Japanese animation, including classic Studio Ghibli works such as My Neighbor Totoro, Ponyo, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Princess Mononoke. Organizers said the concert aimed to bring anime music to life through symphonic interpretation, highlighting the global appeal of composer Sho Hishaishi's work and the growing interest in anime culture in Ashgabat.
And that concludes our episode for this week's Your World. I am Aisha Fabian. Thank you for watching and goodbye.